Hey you guys, Angel here. So excited about this video because I got a message the other day from a video that I made years ago about how to get off of welfare. And I told you guys in that video how I was on welfare, and someone asked me to do a video talking about, well, how do you stay off of welfare? Now, I have not been on welfare for over 20 years. And when I got the question, I honestly had to think, like, Angel, how did you not go back to it? And this is the my real answer of how I didn't go back to it. Honestly, this is like, I literally had to think about this. And this is how I didn't go back. I never made, it was no longer an option. Like hardcore, it was just no longer an option. You know how, I don't know if I'm gonna get flagged for saying this, but you know how like robbing a bank is like not an option for you. Like it doesn't even come to mind. It's not something that you would think about doing. It's not something in your personality. You too scared to go to jail, all the things. So it's not an option. You don't even think about it. Like that's literally how that welfare is to me now. That is the real. Now, practically, what did I do? Not that decision is not a practical thing to do, but that's honestly where it started. Then the next thing that I did was I tapped into, which I did even before I made that decision, is I tapped into what I was good at. Like, what did I do that I was good at? And what did I do that I liked doing? What did I do that came easy for me to do with the least amount of effort? For those of you guys who don't know, I failed the 9th grade 3 times, never got a high school diploma, never got a high school education, never got any formal training. And I've been able to build a wildly successful business and with no traditional education. But the education that I got came from my own personal studies. Like you guys, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars at this point on my own personal development. And so that's what turned me on. If it was nails that turned me on, I would be studying nails. I would be finding a way to tap into that industry to get a piece of the pie, right? And so also too, not that this has anything to do with, this is just my path, but I am an entrepreneur at heart. Like it has never made sense to me ever in life to go at a job and spend 60 minutes there, and they are dictating how much money I'm going to make within that 60 minutes. They're dictating when I can go to the bathroom, and nothing wrong with that, because that, that's just the way that things are. If you have a company, you need that company to run and you need people working that job. It's just not for me. And so I believe also being an entrepreneur for me has given me the opportunity to write my own checks, to say how much money that I want to receive from the marketplace. So that too was a key factor for me. I believe now that I'm thinking about it, like before, when you asked me this question, of not going back onto welfare, because I believe like even if you go get a job and you're making $25 an hour, which when I was younger, $25 an hour was a good salary. And so now if you're making $25 an hour and your mortgage or your rent is over $1,000, and then you have utilities and all of those things factor in, that could be a struggle, and that could be, I need some additional help. And so for me, it was entrepreneurship. And again, I was born to be an entrepreneur. It's in me, just like it's in Beyonce to sing and dance, right? Like there's just certain things that you know about yourself. And if you know that you're not an entrepreneur, you know that you're an employee, find a way that you can learn a new skill so you can earn more money within that company and become more focused on your personal development, making sure that your mindset is right. When I was on welfare, I thought like it was everybody else's fault. Like it was, I got pregnant, so now like somebody come take care of this. Like that's a crazy way to think. So make sure that your mindset is right, that you're not blaming anybody for your decisions or your life. Even if somebody else is at fault, take ownership of the fact that this is your life. And now, okay, yeah, they did what they did, but it's up to me to pick up the pieces and move on. But really, like, You got to make more money. Like at the end of the day, you just have to make more money in the world that we live in. You just need to make more money in order to not need that extra assistance. So if you are an entrepreneur, figure out ways that you can go harder in your business, right? Double up, double down. Like we have social media. Be unconventional. Do things that you've never seen done before. You like why not do a crazy marketing campaign like to get eyeballs? Like why not? We have the internet right here at our fingertips. You know, when I used to own my store, my physical location, I was only reaching 30,000 people a week, and that was when the lady would come to my store to get my advertisement that was going to be published in the newspaper the next week. Now today you can post a video and go viral and boom, your whole life is changed. So if you are an entrepreneur, get creative, get unconventional, and think of ways that you can earn more money. And if you're not an entrepreneur, if that does not float your boat, if that's not something that you're into, then find a way that you can personally develop more so that your company will see more value in you and you can ask for more money. And if that company don't do it, increase your skills and go apply somewhere else. But that is my answer. And I hope, wish, and pray that that served you. And for anybody that is dealing with that situation. And another thing too, is to make sure that like no matter what assistance that you're getting, like make sure that you still feel good about yourself. Make sure that you're not like feeling down that you are receiving help, like because how you feel about yourself ultimately, no matter what is going on, no matter what circumstance or situation that you're dealing with, how you feel about yourself is ultimately going to be how you dictate, how you govern your actions throughout your day. And that becomes your habits, and your habits form your life. And so make sure that you feel good about yourself. And especially you guys, like if you've worked, and like my mother used to say, I worked, I put money into that system. So that money that you're getting from the state is the money that you already put into it. So hello, somebody, don't feel bad about yourself. Just readjust. Feel good about yourself. Start working out, start moving your body, start drinking more water, start drinking more, eating more fruits and vegetables. Just do the things necessary to take care of you. So you're going to feel good enough to even read a personal development book or feel good enough to go to a workshop and invest in yourself. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And at the end of the day, you just have to increase your income. So I hope that that helped you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, and if you guys are not following me on TikTok, make sure that you do so. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.